Okay.
He's got one more
Next
story.
story.
You gotta bounce.
Yeah. So I'm conflicted about this one. Or not conflicted, but I have multiple thoughts about it. The headline is 46% of Americans say they can't live without Wi-Fi. Process that for a second.
46% say they can't.
Can't live without
So just
Wi-Fi.
under 50% of our population says they need Wi-Fi to survive.
Yes. My initial take on this, without thinking about it, is like, really? But then my brain goes, well, it's 2022. Literally everything, like we live in a digital world, whether you've come to accept that or not, we live in a digital world. And if you don't have access to the internet or Wi-Fi, as this puts it, you're still living, you're still breathing, you're still made up of
Yeah.
organic matter, and you can live your life without Wi-Fi. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
But you're missing a big part of just interacting with people,
Well,
knowing what's happening in the world.
I would say that. And also I think about like you and I are in that like middle age of like we knew life before internet and like dial up was pretty crappy.
Millennials,
But there's a lot of people who like only know the digital world.
Mhm.
16-year-olds. I'm like, that's all they've ever known.
Yeah.
It's like there's people that I work with who are like, they still type like my pops with like one finger. It's like computers are alien stuff to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn. I also just think about like cheaper goods. Unfortunately, like I'm not like the I mean, it's how the world works. Like fuck Amazon, but like ordering shelves for your house, you're telling me I got to drive into town with no Wi-Fi and go get some expensive ass local shelves when I could just get cheap ones that look decent for $35 or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. And
It's wild.
in that same poll, it asked people what essentials that they absolutely needed or couldn't live without.
Toilet paper. I
55% of people said medicine, which is more on par to like being being like, what can you not live without,
Yeah.
right? Using that verbiage. 55% said medicine. 53% said electricity. It's another big one. 51% said gas and heating. And 48% said their electronics. And 46 obviously said the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I mean, can you survive and live without Wi-Fi?
Yeah. 100%.
Absolutely, you can. But you're not experiencing
Do you
the.
need to experience?
That's another. Now we're gonna get in the weeds.
Philosophical. No,
Yeah,
philosophical thing.
yeah.
Do I
You're
need to know? I mean, it's nice to be current in world affairs, but do I need like what was happening in Pakistan? Like the whole country was flooded like a month ago. Did you hear about that?
no.
Like, record flooding. Like
Yes, I did.
they lost like a million cattle.
Yep.
500,000 people were displaced. About 30,000 people died in Pakistan. It's like it's good to know that. Is it essential for me to live? Do I need to know that? Not necessarily, which is awful, but to think about because we're so connected in the digital world.
Mm-hmm.
But in my day-to-day life, like I just need to provide for my animals, my wife, the house, and Pakistan is at the bottom of the list of things I need to worry about.
Right. Right. And then like not even like we don't have to bring social media into it because I think a lot of people whenever they think of, Wi-Fi, that's what they're thinking.
Yeah,
Or that's
social
what their
media. Yeah.
where their
I
brain
need
immediately goes
I
in the
need
next step.
TikTok and I need to get on Amazon and order things like
Instagram. Yeah, that's not just think so
YouTube and yeah.
yeah, taking all of that part out of it, like the social media aspect, the entertainment aspect, I guess, like the internet is bigger than that, right?
For sure.
It's um it's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Like we wouldn't be able to do this podcast without internet. think about people like we both live away from our families, you know, FaceTime,
Yeah, that's
you you do these things like you
yeah.
connect with
It's
people, but
not technically Wi-Fi, but it's still like a telephone signal.
yeah, it's a good point. Tomato, tomato, man. Let's not split hairs here. I'm
Do we
trying to
need
make a
that?
point.
It's like, yeah.
But yeah, my initial reaction is, wow, 46% people can't live without Wi-Fi. And then my next thought is like, that number seems kind of low. I would
Yeah,
think that it would be higher.
yeah. I think there's some people who are like, "Yeah, I can," but then when it happens, they're like, "No, I need it."
Think about like whenever there's a storm or something, like
I
your
know.
Wi-Fi goes out, you're like, what the fuck am I gonna do now?
Yeah. Like, oh, when I had this freeze last year in 2021, I was like, "Damn, there's a lot of books I need to finish, I guess."
Yeah, I guess I'll read a book. I guess I'll sit here and stare out the fucking window. What am I gonna do?
Yeah, it was cool for like the first 3 days, and the 4th and 5th day, I was like,
Yeah,
"All right."
you're just like on a
I
deserted island.
Nothing worked. Phones didn't work. Nothing worked. My phone, there was no signal, no electricity, nothing.
Yeah,
'Cause not obviously the power was out, so I couldn't charge my phone, and I need it for emergency. So I was like, I need to save as much juice on my phone as possible.
yeah,
So I'm really not. My parents are texting me. I just put it on do not disturb till I was like, and they're probably worried out of their mind. But
yeah. You
like,
just like pop it on real quick and be like,
yeah, I'm
I'm
fine.
okay. I'm okay. Trying to save my battery.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah,
yeah,
gotta have Wi-Fi.